Welcome to Immigration Quicktake. This is Jessica Eyes with the American Immigration Lawyers Association. While the Senate was busy creating a comprehensive bill, the House Judiciary Committee has been working on 4 separate piecemeal bills, 3 of which are focused on employment and business issues. Here to discuss these 3 bills that could be taken up by the full House before the August recess is AILA Senior Associate Director of Advocacy, Bob Sakaniwa. Let's take these bills one by one, Bob. Tell us first about the Supplying Knowledge-Based Immigrants and Lifting Levels of STEM Visas Act, or Skills Act, that the House Judiciary Committee worked on a couple weeks ago. What's in that bill?
The Skills Act, which had its markup in the House Judiciary Committee on June 27th, which also happened to be the same day that another immigration bill was moving its way through the Senate, is a bill focused mainly on business immigration issues, both employment-based permanent green card visas as well as non-immigrant visas, primarily the H&L visa. While the bill itself has actually many elements we've been interested in for a number of years, including raising the number of visas available as well as in both the temporary and permanent categories, as well as making important changes like providing for dual intent for some students and allowing H-4 spouses to get work authorization. Ultimately, the most problematic aspect of it is its adherence to the zero-sum approach to immigration reform currently popular among House majority members, meaning if we are going to increase any aspect of green cards in the immigration system, they have to come from another program. They can't be in addition to what already exists.
Thanks, Bob. Now let's turn to the EVerify Bill, or the Legal Workforce Act, H.R. 1772. This bill will make mandatory the use of an electronic employment verification system that would replace the current voluntary EVerify system. What's your take on this?
Great question regarding our take on the House version of employment electronic verification reform. I think the current EVerify reform bill, while we all acknowledge that an electronic verification system is necessary in a reformed immigration system, bringing up a standalone bill on that issue with no legalization component, for instance, is hugely problematic, as well as the fact that the bill itself has such a quick implementation timetable, 2 years to fully implement a mandatory E-Verify for all employers in the country. Just seems untenable in terms of practical implementation requirements. So that, I think, is one of our biggest concerns regarding the House E-Verify bill.
Finally, please talk to us about the Ag Jobs Bill, or the Agricultural Guest Worker Act. Will this help agribusiness or prevent farmers from getting the help they desperately need?
I think the concern we have with the House Ag Worker bill is that it's mainly a one-sided measure in order to provide the necessary workers for the agricultural industry without taking into consideration both how to deal with the current undocumented agricultural workforce as well as providing enough protections for future ag workers. Now, the Senate's taken a much different approach on ag workers. They've taken the balanced approach of talking to both employers and worker needs and striking a balance in the system they've created whereby both employers and workers could agree that the framework was in fact a helpful and positive one. Instead, on the House side, we see a measure that's essentially provides less protection for agricultural workers than our historically flawed Bracero program. And while it may be able to pass in the House, it is not a measure that ultimately we see as having much support in terms of getting an immigration reform bill across the finish line.
Thank you, Bob, for joining us. For the rest of you, please stay tuned for more updates later, particularly our quick take with the director of the Immigration Policy Center on the SAFE Act. Thank you.